Students, this is Srilakshmi. In last class, we can discuss about elevation of boiling point and depression in freezing point. Okay, in this class, we can discuss about experimental methods. Okay, experimental methods of determination of elevation in boiling point and determination of depression in freezing point. Okay, first we can discuss about determination of elevation of boiling point. This is experimental method. Okay, this method is known as Landberg's method. This method is Landberg's method. Okay, this is Landberg method. Okay, these operator consists of, okay, in this method the operators consist of first one boiling flask. This is boiling flask. Okay, boiling flask. Next, in this boiling flask we can take solvent. In this boiling flask we can take solvent. Then it is heated. This solvent can get converted into vapor. Okay, this solvent gets its vapors. Okay, and converted into its vapors. Okay, this is boiling flask. Next one, second operator is inner boiling tube. This is inner boiling tube. This, okay, inner boiling tube. In this inner boiling tube can have a hole H. This is hole. Okay, have a hole H. And this inner boiling tube can fitted with Beckman thermometer. Okay, next it have a bulb at the bottom, that is B. Okay, next it have a delivery tube at this side. They have a delivery tube at this side. Okay, second operator is inner boiling tube. In inner boiling tube we have hole H and it is fitted with Beckman thermometer. It is fitted with Beckman thermometer and it has a delivery tube on side. Okay, that is second operator. In third operator is delivery tube. Okay, it is used for the passes of vapors from boiling flask, to inner boiling tube. Passes of vapors from boiling flask to inner boiling tube. This is delivery tube. Okay, the next operator is hot vapor tube. Okay, in this hot vapor tube is used for the receive uncondensed vapors from the hole. Okay, receive uncondensed vapors from the hole. Okay, these vapors can be converted into this hot vapor tube with the help of condenser. Okay, these vapors can be converted into liquid in this tube with the help of condenser. Okay, what is hot vapor tube? It is used for the receive uncondensed vapors from the hole. Okay, the vapors can be converted into liquid. With the help of condenser. Okay, it is connected to the condenser. Okay, next, the next operator is Beckman thermometer. It is used to determine the temperature. Okay, these five are the operators in this Landberg's method. Okay, next, procedure. Okay, first boiling tube or boiling flask. Okay, the boiling tube can have a solvent, and it is heated. Okay, it gets vapors. get vapors. This is constant. Okay, this is constant. Next, in inner boiling tube, we have to take some amount of solvent. Okay, some amount of solvent. This is solvent. Okay, some amount of solvent. Okay, then in this boiling tube or boiling flask, we can get vapors of the solvent. We can get vapors. These vapors are passed through delivery tube. Okay, these vapors are passed through delivery tube to the inner boiling tube. Okay, these vapors comes from the vapors of the solvent comes from boiling flask to inner boiling tube with the help of delivery tube. Okay, with the help of delivery tube. Then these are the vapors. That means heated. Okay, and temperature is high. Okay, these vapors can heat this solvent. Then these solvent can boil. Okay, then these solvent can boil. Okay, listen. These boiling flask has vapors. Okay, these vapors comes to the inner boiling tube with the help of delivery tube. Okay, these solvent can boil. Okay, this is indicated in Beckmann thermometer. At a constant temperature is maintained. Okay, in which temperature the solvent is boiled? The constant temperature is maintained. Okay, this temperature is known as temperature of pure solvent. Here I can take only solvent, inner boiling tube. Okay, so this is the temperature of pure solvent. Okay, next, the next point is, in this inner boiling tube you can add some amount of solute. Okay, already solvent is present. Okay, then we can add some amount of solute. Then repeat this process. Okay, that means here this is constant. Okay, that means solvent is present in boiling flask. It is heated. It gets vapors. Okay, it is constant. Okay, these vapors are, that means here solution. Okay, now this is solution, not solvent. Second point, this is solution. That means we can add solute. Okay, the vapors comes to inner boiling tube from boiling flask with the help of delivery tube. Then this solution, this solution can boil. Okay, this solution can boil. Okay, it indicates the constant temperature on Beckmann thermometer. Okay, that means in which temperature the solution is boiled. Okay, here constant temperature is maintained. This temperature is known as boiling point of the solution. In first point we can find out the boiling point of the solvent. In first point we can find out boiling point of the solvent. Boiling point of the solvent means T0. Boiling point of the solvent, T0. In next point we can find out the boiling point of the solution. Solution means we can add solute. Okay, that means boiling point of the solution is T, T1 or T. Okay, the difference between these two temperatures is called elevation of boiling point. That means elevation of boiling point means delta TB is equal to T minus T naught. Okay, T minus T naught. Listen, here vapors are obtained. Solvent vapors are obtained. These vapors comes to inner boiling tube. Then first point, the solvent can boil. Okay, the solvent can boil. At which temperature the solvent boils can note the temperature, that is T naught. Okay, then after we can add a known amount. Okay, known amount of solute. Okay, in the inner boiling tube. Okay, same process is repeated. That means vapors comes to the inner boiling tube. Okay, the solution is boils. Constant temperature is maintained here. That means in which temperature the solution is boiled, constant temperature is maintained. That is the temperature of the solution, T. Okay, the difference between these two temperatures is known as elevation of boiling point. That is delta TB is equal to T minus T naught. Okay. Next, this is the determination of elevation of boiling point from Land-Burgess method. Okay. Next, we can discuss about the depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point from Beckmann's method. This is the operator. Okay. The operators consists of inner freezing point tube. This is the inner freezing point tube here. This is the inner freezing point tube. These inner freezing point tube can fitted with Beckmann thermometer. Same. Okay, Beckmann thermometer, and it have a stirrer, platinum stirrer. This is platinum stirrer. Okay, this is platinum stirrer. Next, it have a side tube. It is using for introducing the solute. The first one is inner freezing point. Okay, it has a Beckmann thermometer. It is fitted with Beckmann thermometer, and it has a platinum stirrer. Okay, and it have a side tube for introducing the solute. Okay, the next operator is outer glass tube. This is outer glass tube. Okay, this is outer glass tube. Outer glass tube means it is surrounded by the inner freezing point tube. Okay, the third operator is glass vessel. Glass vessel means here. Okay, this is glass vessel. Okay, the glass vessel can have or can fill it with freezing mixture. Freezing mixture means mixing of two or more freezing solutions. Okay, this glass vessel have freezing mixture or filled with freezing mixture, and it have a stirrer, platinum stirrer. Okay, it is filled with the freezing mixture and it have a stirrer. Okay, these are the operators. Three operators are present. First one, inner freezing tube. The next one, outer glass tube. The third one, glass vessel. Okay, next procedure. In this Beckmann method, okay, these inner freezing tube, can fill it with known amount of solvent. Okay, known amount of solvent. The solvent is taken in the freezing mixture. The solvent, first one, solvent. Okay, solvent is taken in this inner freezing tube. Okay, it is stirred. The solvent is stirred with the help of stirrer. The solvent is stirred with the help of stirrer. Okay, this inner freezing tube is placed in the freezing mixture. So this solvent can freezes. Okay, this inner freezing tube is placed in freezing mixture. So this solvent is freezed. Okay, with constant stirring. Okay, the solvent is stirred with the help of stirrer. Okay, then it is indicate the temperature is decreases. Freezing means temperature low. Okay, the falling temperature is indicated in Beckmann thermometer. The falling temperature is indicated in Beckmann thermometer. This is the temperature of pure solvent. Okay, then this inner boiling tube is comes out from the taken out from the freezing mixture. Okay, taken out from the freezing mixture. These freezed solvent can remelted. Okay, these freezed solvent can remelted. Okay, then we can add small amount of solute. Then we can add small amount of solute. That means this is solution now. Okay, small amount of solute. Then again it is, that means again the inner freezing tube is fitted with placed with the freezing mixture. Okay, the inner freezing tube is placed in freezing mixture. The above process is continued, repeated. That means this solution is stirred with the help of stirrer. Okay, the falling temperature is maintained at Beckmann thermometer. Okay, that is the temperature of, that is the freezing point of the solution. First, freezing point of the solvent, that is T0. Freezing point of the solvent, first point, that is T0. In next point, freezing point of the solution, that is T. Okay, the difference between these two temperatures, is called as depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point, delta TF is equal to T0 minus T. Here freezing point of the solvent is more than the freezing point of the solution. Already we can discuss. Okay. These two methods are experimental methods for elevation of boiling point and depression in freezing point.